Hey friends, what's up? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gents. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Got a new fragrance in not that long ago that I want to talk to you guys about. It's from Thameen, London. It is Carved Oud. Yeah, good old Carved Oud. Who doesn't love a good oud fragrance, right? Pick this one up from twistedlily.com. It runs $220 US. Friendly reminder, shop at twistedlily.com. Use code GENTS10, save yourself 10% off the website. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the presentation, break this one down a little bit for you, and let you know whether or not it's worth checking out or sampling. So let's do it. So this is the first fragrance that I own from the house, and that's really because it's the one that I've heard about the most. So it's kind of one of those deals, like if you've never smelled a Creed, then I'm sure one of the first ones, if not the first one you're gonna go for is Aventus, right? Parfums de Marly, you're gonna go for Leighton. Mancera, you probably go Citra Poisé. It's just that kind of deal. It's the fragrance that's talked about the most, so that's why it's here. First off, let's check out the presentation. Now here you got the box on the front, you have the name of the house, name of the fragrance, the size and concentration. It's an extrait de parfum. There's this really nice design that goes all the way around the box. On the back of the box, you've got your ingredient information, made in England. Then on the bottom, just a little sticker with a little more info and your badge code. It's kind of hard to make out. Looks like WMA 25131-1. Then you have a little pull tab. Give that a pull. Your bottle sits right down inside this foam cutout. And here we have the bottle, got the name of the house, their logo, and the name of the fragrance on the front there. That's pretty much it as far as the bottle goes. On the bottom, you have a sticker, and then you have this really nice cap. It has a slightly rubberized feel to it. You have the logo of the house up top, and it is magnetic. And then on top, the atomizer, the logo once again. So even though the bottle is a little bit simplistic, it looks really nice and there's good attention to detail, so I like that. And as always, let's go ahead and waste a couple sprays here. The atomizer is really good, check it out. Ooh, really, really nice pressurized atomizer. So if for some reason you've never heard of the brand, never heard of the fragrance, you don't know why this has been talked about over the years as being one of the best from the house, if not the best, I will fill you in. It smells a bit similar to Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and you pick that up pretty much immediately. So if you're familiar with how Oud Wood smells, how that comes across, then when you first smell this one, you're going to immediately be like, oh yeah, that's Oud Wood. But it's not just Oud Wood. There are differences between them, and it pains me to say this. I talked about this in a video not very long ago, but I think Carved Oud might be overall a better fragrance than Oud Wood. And that really pains me to say because Oud Wood has been like a go-to fragrance of mine for a long time. I've always loved the fragrance ever since it came out. So yeah. All right, so how does Carved Oud smell? Well, it does have, like I said, that Oud Wood similarity to it. When you first spray it on, you're gonna get a little bit of a slightly earthy woodiness, little green around the edges, but not very much. It's dry. You have some spices, cardamom and pink pepper, not a ton of either one, more cardamom than pink pepper. So you can pick that up a little bit. You have this faint, warm, sweet spiciness underneath that slightly earthy woodiness that you pick up. And FYI, this stuff, it changes. This has a great evolution from the opening into the mid to the dry down. It does not stay the exact same the whole way through. You're gonna experience a lot of different shifting nuances in the scent. So as it dries down, it maintains that dry woodiness with little hints of earth, but that earthiness slowly does fade back. And in actuality, I would say this fragrance on the whole smells cleaner than Oud Wood, especially as it heads through the mid. It really starts to take on like an almost slightly fresh in a way. I know that sounds weird, but like a slightly fresh, cleaner, smoother, richer take on Oud Wood. It still has that like slight dark woodiness again from the actual oud in here, and yet it smells somehow cleaner than Oud Wood. I know. Doesn't sound like that makes any sense, but when you smell it, you'll be like, oh yeah, Kind of does. The woodiness ramps up even more as the fragrance dries down. You get all kinds of different facets of wood here. So it's not just oud. You've got vetiver in here, which especially comes out in the far dry down. You have cedar, you've got sandalwood, even a touch of iris in here. You've got a real nice bit of sweetness that never goes too far, it never goes too sweet. It stays along the edges, helps balance out that woodiness a bit as the fragrance dries down. It somehow, to me, is almost like an improvement in nearly every way over oud wood. And I hate to say it. In the dry down, it gets to be more refined. Like I said, this vetiver comes out that I especially pick up over top the other notes, almost like it kind of comes up alongside that cedar, that oud, and it gives it this really nice gentlemanly quality to the fragrance, even though some people would say maybe that it leans unisex. To me, masculine leaning, but some people will disagree with me on that. It's a fragrance that surprised me in a big way, not because I didn't know what I was getting into when I sampled this, because I sampled it before I bought it, which you should do with most big purchases unless you're completely convinced otherwise. But I always say like sampling is the best way to go, the safest way, obviously. But I sampled this one with a couple other fragrances from the house. Like I said, I knew what I was getting into. I knew that this was supposed to smell similar to oud wood. I know that I love oud wood, so I was expecting to like it. I was not expecting to like it more than the fragrance it smells like. So here we are. The other two fragrances I tried at the same time as this one with samples were Green Pearl, which was nice. I like green fragrances. I thought it was pretty good, but it couldn't hold a candle to this one for me personally. And then Regent Leather. That one smelled a little bit similar to a fragrance that I already have called Raskaya Koza, and that's by Berdui. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, sorry. But it smells a little bit similar to that. It was pretty good. I didn't mind it, but again, the one that really stood out to me was this one, and this is just top notch. If you are a fan of Tom Ford Oud Wood, check this stuff out. Sample it, whatever, go into a store, try this stuff out, get your nose on it, and give it some wears, like give it some actual wearings. Let it evolve, see how it works off your skin. Because this stuff, for me, is just like replacing oud wood. Oud wood is still awesome though. Oud wood is still awesome. I'll still wear that. But it's gonna be one of those deals where if I'm in the mood for oud wood, you know, I'm probably gonna look in this direction now. Ooh. Let's talk performance, off-skin, longevity of this. It's very good, well above average. I'm trying to get away from like giving hourly ranges because it really depends on like where you're going, what you're doing, how much you sprayed on, all that stuff. But well above average, lasts a long time off my skin. I haven't sprayed it on clothes. I imagine it would last even longer. Projection strong, very good, but not quite like full-on beast mode. I mean, I'm never gonna complain about the projection of this. It's very, very good. It's just not like in that top echelon of some of the fragrances that I have as far as projection goes. But I can't imagine that you would be disappointed with the projection or the longevity. Like I said, very good, well above average. It's an extrait de parfum. You know what you're in for. You know what you're doing here. And to be fair, when I've worn this, I haven't gone real crazy heavy. You know, I'll do like 4 sprays. You saw the atomizer, it sprays out a ton. Don't need to go crazy with this. Season-wise, fall, winter, what you would expect. Daytime, nighttime use. I mean, maybe it leans nighttime use, but I'll wear it either one. So with Carved Oud, we got a fragrance here that lives up to expectations, at least for me. One of those fragrances that I sampled, and then after sampling, I was like, yep, that's going right into the collection. Here it goes. Come on in. Sometimes sampling fragrances can be a bit of a buzzkill because you'll get a sample in and think, oh, this one's gonna work great for me, and then you realize it sucks, which I guess is not a buzzkill because then you didn't waste the money on it. But other times you get a sample in, it blows your mind, you run right through that sample, and then you're just like, okay, I need the full bottle. If you've smelled that, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And also if you're more familiar with this brand than I am. I just told you guys the 3 that I've smelled. So this one, Green Pearl, Regent Leather, that's it so far. Let me know some other ones that I need to check out. Some other ones I need to get some samples in of. You know the drill, let me know. Thank you for hanging with me here. Thanks for your support, guys. Stay safe out there. I'll see you again another day with another video. See you guys later.